Um, Hello everyone, I'm Anna. Welcome back to Virgo. We're stepping into your general surprise reading for mid-February. As always, take what resonates, softly release the rest, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you can stay connected with future messages. Now, let's see what unexpected joy is revealing to you.
Um,
There's something gathering in the invisible right now that's about to materialize in ways that leave you genuinely shocked in the best possible sense. Not mild, pleasant development, not small, nice thing, huge. The kind of surprise that makes you stop everything else, that makes you call people immediately to share, that creates rush of endorphins you can feel physically, that validates hope you were afraid to fully embrace, that proves good things don't just happen to other people, they happen to you too. And the timing? Mid-February, approximately halfway through this month. Within days from where you're sitting now reading these words, the surprise that's been organizing itself through channels you can't see is approaching its moment of reveal, its point of breaking through from potential into actual, its transition from invisible to undeniable. In the electric anticipation of major positive unexpected arriving imminently, your system might already be responding. Restlessness without clear cause, unusual excitement, sense that something good is close, checking your phone more than normal, feeling like you're waiting for something without knowing what. These aren't anxiety symptoms, these are accurate perception of positive approaching. Let me illuminate what might be forming in this mid-February surprise energy. In the landscape of genuinely surprising developments is less than #0. 5 hashes greater than the huge ones share certain characteristics. They exceed expectations significantly. They arrive through unexpected channels. They involve elements you weren't actively pursuing but deeply wanting. They feel almost too good to be true while being completely true. They create immediate joy rather than requiring adjustment to appreciate. It's highly probable the surprise approaching for you carries exactly these qualities. You might have hoped for something similar but not believed it would actually happen, or you might not have seen this coming at all. Either way, when it lands big, creates impact, shifts something fundamental, opens possibilities you weren't sure existed. Notice what you've been quietly hoping for without fully admitting you're hoping, what you want but tell yourself is unrealistic, what would make you ridiculously happy but seems too good to expect. Often our biggest surprises are things we desired but had given up on or convinced ourselves were impossible. Universe delivering exactly what we stopped demanding. Some huge surprises involve relationships. Someone you've wanted reaching out unexpectedly. Someone from past returning with completely different energy. Someone new appearing who matches what you've been asking for. Confession arriving from person you didn't expect. Relationships shifting from one form to another in ways that delight you. Connection deepening dramatically and suddenly. You might receive exactly that kind of relational surprise mid-February. Message you've been hoping for, call that changes everything, person showing up differently than they have before, admission that validates your instincts, invitation that opens door you thought was closed, relationship breakthrough that seemed impossible yesterday becoming reality today. Others involve opportunities, job offer you didn't apply for, invitation to project that's perfect fit, recognition for work you didn't think anyone noticed, door opening to path you wanted but couldn't see how to access, chance to do thing you love in ways that actually compensate properly, professional validation arriving from source that matters. Watch your professional and creative channels mid-February. Email, LinkedIn, phone, mutual connections, unexpected outreach. Opportunities presenting through people or pathways you weren't actively monitoring. Sometimes best chances arrive sideways rather than through front door you've been watching. This reflection invites you to consider what would genuinely surprise you in wonderful way if it happened mid-February. Let me clarify what insanely excited specifically reveals about your response. Insanely excited means visceral, overwhelming joy, not polite appreciation, not mild pleasure, full body response, tears possibly, laughter definitely, inability to sit still, need to move, to call people, to share immediately, energy coursing through you that demands physical expression. The kind of happiness that's almost uncomfortable because you're not used to feeling this good this suddenly. In the physiology of extreme positive surprise, your nervous system floods with dopamine and other feel-good chemicals. Your heart rate elevates. Your face flushes. You might shake slightly, might feel lightheaded, might laugh or cry or both. Body responding to good news with intensity usually reserved for crisis, but this time it's celebration, not catastrophe. It's important you allow yourself to fully feel whatever this surprise creates in you. Don't minimize. Don't immediately worry about what comes next. Don't contaminate joy with fear. Just be present with overwhelming happiness when it arrives. Let yourself be insanely excited without apology or restraint. You deserve to feel this good. Some people struggle with extreme positive emotion. They're more comfortable with moderate feelings. Big happiness makes them nervous. They immediately start looking for problem, waiting for other shoe to drop, finding reasons why this won't last or isn't real. They can't just enjoy the moment because they're too busy protecting themselves from potential future disappointment. You might need to consciously choose different pattern when this surprise arrives, to not sabotage joy with suspicion, to not diminish blessing with doubt, to not immediately catastrophize about how it could go wrong. To just be here, now, feeling insanely excited, trusting that sometimes good things are just good without hidden cost. And some excitement comes from validation. The surprise proves something you believed but doubted, shows that yes, you were right to hope. Yes, your instincts were accurate. Yes, what you've been working toward matters. Yes. Persistence pays off. The surprise isn't just event itself, it's what event proves about you and your journey. This reflection invites you to consider, when was last time you felt insanely excited and what created that feeling? Let me address what mid-February timing specifically indicates. Mid-February sits in interesting energetic position, Valentine's Day energy, but also moving past it. Still in first quarter of year, when intentions set in January are either proving themselves or revealing themselves as misaligned. Cultural focus on love and connection, but also on action and momentum. Multiple forces active simultaneously. In the specific frequency of this mid-February window, there's convergence potential. Things that have been building separately, suddenly connecting. Efforts from different domains, creating combined result. Timing of multiple factors aligning perfectly even though you didn't orchestrate it. Surprise often comes from unexpected convergence rather than single cause. It's probable your mid-February surprise involves exactly that kind of convergence. Work you did in one area creating opportunity in different area. Connection you made months ago paying off now. Seed you planted without remembering suddenly sprouting. Multiple streams of effort or intention coming together to create outcome larger than any single stream could produce. Watch the days between February 10th and 20th particularly closely. This 10-day window holds concentrated potential for your specific surprise. Could arrive earlier, could arrive later. But mid-month energy suggests this approximate time frame as most probable for breakthrough into visibility. Some mid-February surprises arrive through Valentine adjacent energy. Not necessarily romantic though, could be. But energy of appreciation, of people expressing what they feel, of barriers lowering, of honesty increasing. of cultural permission to be vulnerable or generous or demonstrative. This seasonal quality might be part of how your surprise manifests. Others arrive through completely unrelated channels that just happen to time to mid-February. Business cycles, academic calendars, project timelines, personal decisions, circumstances converging that have nothing to do with the date but everything to do with timing that happens to land here. These feel more random, but they're equally real. This reflection invites you to consider, are you more drawn to surprises that feel romantically themed or professionally themed? Let me speak to what you should do while waiting for surprise to arrive. Stay present. Don't spend next week obsessing over when and how surprise will manifest. Don't constantly scan for signs. Don't create anxiety through hypervigilance. Just live, be here, handle your responsibilities, enjoy your life. Let surprise arrive when it arrives without making the waiting miserable. In the wisdom of trusting timing without controlling timing, you can hold awareness that something good is forming without needing to know every detail. You can anticipate without demanding. You can hope without grasping. You can be ready without being rigid about how readiness should look. Relaxed anticipation serves better than tense expectation. It's essential you continue taking aligned action in areas that matter. Don't stop working because surprise is coming. Don't pause your life waiting for external event to validate you. Keep building, keep creating value, keep showing up, keep being excellent. Often surprises arrive specifically because of ongoing effort, not despite it. And prepare your receiving capacity. Make sure you're actually able to accept good when it arrives, that you won't block it through unworthiness beliefs, that you won't sabotage it through fear, that you won't minimize it through habitual self-protection. Practice letting yourself have good things, letting yourself be happy, letting yourself receive without immediately looking for the catch. This reflection invites you to consider what would help you stay present and open while anticipating positive surprise. Let me reveal what might happen after surprise lands. Initial euphoria is just beginning. After surprise arrives, there's integration period, processing what just happened, understanding implications, deciding what to do with what you just received, letting new reality settle, allowing yourself to trust it's real, not dream or mistake or temporary. In the adjustment after major positive unexpected, many people experience disbelief that persists even after surprise is confirmed. They keep checking to make sure it's real, keep waiting for someone to say it was error, keep questioning whether they deserve this. This is normal protective mechanism, but it can prevent full enjoyment if not recognized and worked with. It's important you give yourself permission to trust that good things can happen to you and stay happened, that you don't need to live in perpetual waiting for reversal, that receiving blessing doesn't mean punishment is coming to balance it, that sometimes life is just generous, sometimes universe delivers, sometimes good is just good without complicating factors. Some surprises require immediate response or decision. Job offer needs answer. Invitation needs reply. Opportunity has window. In these cases, take time you need, but don't let fear of choosing wrong paralyze you. Trust your gut. Feel into options. Choose from excitement rather than fear. Then commit to choice rather than second guessing. Others simply need to be received and enjoyed. No action required beyond acceptance and gratitude. These are pure gifts. Your job is just letting them land, letting yourself have them, appreciating them fully, sharing joy with others, allowing happiness without needing to do anything with it except feel it. This reflection invites you to consider, how do you typically integrate really good unexpected news? Let me close by speaking to what this surprise actually represents. The surprise isn't random reward, it's response to who you've been becoming, to work you've been doing, to faith you've maintained, to standards you've upheld, to hope you've kept alive even when hope felt foolish. You've been creating conditions for good to arrive, and good is arriving because you made space for it. May you receive with joy. May you trust the goodness. May you let yourself be insanely excited. Surprise is forming. Joy is approaching. Mid-February holds gift. You're going to get huge surprise. Something extraordinary is organizing itself in invisible. You're insanely excited. Your response, when it arrives, matches magnitude of what's arriving. Mid-February, approximate time frame is days away. 10-day window centered around middle of month holds concentrated potential for breakthrough into visible reality. And your work is openness without grasping, anticipation without anxiety, readiness without rigidity, trusting that good things can happen to you, that you deserve surprising joy, that receiving blessing doesn't require you to pay for it with future suffering, that sometimes universe is just generous and you're on receiving end. Trust this. Trust that you haven't imagined the building energy. Trust that your sense of approaching good is accurate perception, not wishful thinking. Trust that when surprise arrives, it's real, even if it feels too good to be true. Trust that you're allowed to be insanely excited without minimizing or apologizing or immediately worrying about what comes next. Stay open, stay ready, stay trusting. Mid-February, huge surprise, insane excitement. It's coming.